Concussions. A concussion is a traumatic brain injury that occurs when a brain is jolted around inside the skull. A concussion is very common and can happen in many different scenarios for an athlete. The recovery process is always long and annoying for an athlete. As an athlete, I've had 3 concussions throughout my career, and I can attest they suck to recover from. Concussions and other head injuries can cause long-term illness and injury to a person. Preventing concussions can improve sports, keeping athletes healthy and on the field. Tua Tagovailoa is one example of how a concussion can change your life in a split second. He is a quarterback for the Miami Dolphins and has been playing NFL football since 2020. Although he is now in his 5th season for the Dolphins, he has only played 1 full season for them. Here we have Tua's injury record. As we see, 3 head injuries in just 2 years, causing him to miss a ton of games. Injuries like this are detrimental to an athlete's career. Since Tua has had so many head injuries, he is now at risk of injuring himself permanently. Too many concussions could cause him to gain CTE. CTE is a brain disease that includes symptoms such as memory loss, cognitive decline, aggression, mood swings, and impaired judgment, and is caused by too many head injuries. Tua was playing against the Buffalo Bills. In the game, he scrambled on a play up the middle, straight into a Bills safety, Damar Hamlin. Tua made head-first contact with the safety and fell backward onto the ground, entering a fencing response. A fencing response is when a person's arms freeze in an unnatural position. Tua was stretchered off the field in the 3rd quarter and did not return. This was Tua's most recent head injury, and it caused him to miss 5 games this season. Although Tua made a recovery and is playing well again, another head injury and Tua might have to retire. Some players are choosing to wear guardian caps in games and during practice. Kyle Pitts is choosing to wear a guardian cap because although it is a little bit of padding on the helmet, it has been proven to reduce head injuries in football players across all levels. The NFL mandated that certain high-contact positions wear guardian caps during training camp and preseason. Many players wear them throughout the season and even the games. Throughout the 2022 preseason, the NFL saw a 50% decrease in concussions. It's actually cycling. Cyclists can experience crashes at speeds up to 70 miles per hour. Nearly 500,000 cyclists show up to the emergency room a year, and 85,000 of those are head-related injuries. Almost 55% of those crashes are children who aren't wearing helmets. It has been proven that helmets can reduce up to 88% of head injuries. Although extra padding and helmets are good solutions for football players and cyclists, many other athletes experience concussions. An example would be soccer players. I played soccer for 14 years, and I received 3 concussions while playing soccer. I had easy recoveries. I had to miss school and sit in dark rooms and wear sunglasses for a little while, and I ended up being okay. But for high professional athletes who have reoccurring concussions and play their sport for decades at a time, these injuries could be detrimental. We have to continue to develop ideas and reinvent technology so that we can save the brains of ourselves and the athletes that we watch on TV, or else something bad might happen.
And
It was a head issue on Sunday. They say it's a back issue. He plays Thursday night, 4 days later, and gets a massive concussion where he's froze up. The NFL has to do a better job.
If somebody were to die during an NFL game, being broadcast live, the massive social media response, would that cause a greater, perhaps long-term response? Or would it mean that everyone went through the cycle of grief and outrage in a couple of days until Kim Kardashian did something else? I don't know.